This interview was given to media outlets. It was banned from publication. It was deemed too controversial for audience consumption. It created confusion about how to couch or market it. The interview is being published here. Others may be revealed.
Kapil, it's an honor to have you here. I'm so glad to be speaking with you. Let's jump right in. And look, I want to say right now that I'm going to ask you things sincerely, just so you know. I don't want to waste your time. So can you explain something that you've very often written? That everything is a scam?
What do you find difficult to understand about this?
Maybe I'm naive, but I like to think that most people are good and not really trying to scam me. But like I said, maybe I'm naive. Do you think I am?
Firstly, it is likely the case that most people are not out to hurt, steal from, or trick people. This is almost certainly the case. It may not be the case for marketers. That can be debated either way. Secondly, for those who are not trying to trick anyone, their scam lies not in their intent, but in the nature and content of what they are peddling, whether they are peddling it for free or for a fee.
It gives me a sense of relief to know that you don't believe that most people are trying to scam others. So you're saying that even though their intent is good, their products are a scam.
Yes, but one does not have to go so far as their products, but simply the things they say, their philosophies, their recommendations, their beliefs, their concepts, their advice for doing this and that, their tips and methods and techniques and hacks. It's all a scam.
I get it. You're saying it's a scam, not because they are intentionally trying to scam people, but because what they say is not true.
Correct. With one caveat, it does not matter that I say it. Rather than believing me, humans are best to simply examine their own experiences. No need to take anything on faith.
I have to admit that after reading your work, I have examined my own experiences. And if I'm honest, nothing has really worked. The only things that really worked are the things I figured out for myself. And frankly, even those things stopped working after a while. But it worked better than the tips and tricks and mastermind groups and seminars and products and books and such. Holy hell, I've spent so many thousands of dollars on stuff that, as painful as it is to admit, either didn't work at all or just worked temporarily. I hate to admit that, because it hurts to waste thousands and thousands of hard-earned money. But, as you say, it's all about the truth. The thing that sort of derailed me was that I kind of still believe that they all can't be a scam. Some of the things you say are so profound, it's just too much. It's almost too big to wrap my head around it, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Can you help me understand, please?
You look out into the world and see many things. This makes it difficult for you to understand.
Many things? Could you help me with that, please?
In the world, you see many things. You see self-help, self-development, spirituality, religion, philosophy, New Age, Hinduism, Buddhism, Stoicism, nihilism, all sorts of isms. You see, as you said, mastermind groups, conferences, meetings, books, media, podcasts, seminars. You see experts, gurus, authors, speakers, in literally every field. And within each of these so-called categories, you have many, many practitioners. Some talking about grit, others about the state, others about stick-to-itiveness, others about mindfulness, others about loving kindness, and on and on. From meditation, to Kundalini instruction, to chakra opening, to steps to make money, to what to invest in, to money management, and so on and so on and so on.
Yes, I'm totally with you. Please continue if you don't mind.
Within each of these so-called categories, there are thousands of practitioners. When you look out into the world, you see an ocean of categories and philosophies, and an ocean of practitioners within each category.
Yes. Please go on.
When you see this many things, you quite naturally think to yourself that they all can't be wrong. How can they all be a scam? Any reasonable person would have the same doubts. And if it wasn't for one small reality, they would continue swimming in the oceans of categories and practitioners and chases. If it wasn't for one fundamental piece of truth, they would continue to fall prey to this doubt. What you have not realized is that what you see as many things, many categories, many philosophies, many practitioners, and many ways are essentially all the same. They are all different flavors of the same thing. And if you come to understand that it is all the same thing, it becomes not so difficult to understand that one thing can in fact be wrong, or a scam, or empty, and ineffectual.
Holy hell, you've already blown me away. But just so that I can nail the understanding, what one thing are they?
There are prescriptions, hacks, methods, techniques, philosophies, concepts, how-tos, pick-me-ups, bumper stickers, aphorisms, gurus, practitioners, instructors, coaches, priests, pundits, experts, podcast superstars, and the whole lot of it. They are all the same thing, in various different flavors.
And if it isn't any of those things, then what is it?
The direct truth. There is all of that stuff on one side. And then its own little corner of the universe, there is the truth.
I know it sounds silly, but what does the truth give?
The truth is the only thing that not only works, but works consistently, because it isn't a trick. That's why it's the truth.
Then why are we all chasing all that stuff like a bunch of idiots?
What else are you going to chase?
What do you mean?
The stuff is the only thing available in the world. It is literally all there is.
What about the truth?
Humans have been conditioned for millennia. They are conditioned to chase and to do and to run and to act and to practice, and to think that by chasing all of the stuff one day, if the stars align, and enough stuff is done, maybe just maybe, they may get what they are looking for. This conditioning happens by repeating the same propaganda for centuries, and then putting the stuff in front of them to read, watch, listen, and infest themselves with. It is brainwashing, conditioning, and programming. At its finest. This is how society controls people.
I don't know what to say. Frankly, I don't think my audience will even get it. The only reason that I'm, hopefully, beginning to get it is because I've been reading your work for a while now. But I had to build up to this. No way in hell I would have gotten this listening to it for the first time. What you have done is a revolution. This is literally a revolution, Kapil. A paradigm shift, sea change, tectonic shift. Just a mind-blowing revolution. A revolution in how humans can live. You've basically turned the entire world on its head, Kapil. But the world barely knows you. It barely knows you exist. This should be in every media outlet in the world. But no one even knows. What can we do? Hell, what can I do to help with this?
As you said, people will not understand.
No, they won't. I didn't get it either in the beginning. But something has to be done. But what?
Let it be a revolution within you.